Good morning and welcome to today's verse. Happy Monday morning as we begin our week. Today's verse comes to us from the book of Hebrews chapter 2, verse 18. And it says this: For in that he himself has suffered, being tempted, he is able to aid those who are tempted. You know, sometimes we go through different things in life and it feels like we're the only one, that we're all alone, that nobody can identify with us. Nobody can help us, but that's not true. For we have a great high priest that has experienced the things that we go through. He is there. He stands ready to help us. His name is Jesus. Yes, we might think of Jesus as somehow when he came to earth and he lived amongst us, that somehow he was exempt from all the things that we go through. No, he experienced and suffered all the pain, the trials, and the temptations of this life. And he stands ready to help us. He experienced some of the worst of conditions, trials, and some of the most humiliating, even beyond our imagination. Think of this, he was born in a stable in the worst of conditions. He was born to poor parents. His life was threatened as a baby, and he was the cause of great suffering, of great sorrow. As Herod sought to take his life, he killed all these babies, just slaughtered them trying to get to him. He was reared in a despicable place called Nazareth, as the people would say. Has anything good ever came from Nazareth? His father apparently died when he was a youth, because we hear nothing more about Joseph after the time he was left there in the temple. So as the eldest of the children, he would have to support his mother and his brothers and his sisters. He had a lot that was on his shoulders. He had no home, no place to call home when he was adult in his earthly ministry, no place to lay his head. He was hated by the religionists. He was charged with insanity and being demon possessed. He was opposed even by his own family. His brothers didn't believe in him. He was betrayed by his closest friends. He was left alone, rejected and forsaken by all of his friends. He was tried by the high court of the land and charged with treason. And then he was executed in the most horrific manner imaginable. He was crucified, the worst possible death. And you think you got problems. No person has ever come close to the depth of the suffering and humiliation that Jesus bore on our behalf for you and for me. And therefore he stands ready, eager to help, to feel for, and to care for, and to look after every person, no matter the condition, no matter the trial, no matter the temptation, for he is our high priest. Hebrews chapter 4 tells us, for we do not have a high priest that cannot sympathize with our weaknesses, but in every point he was tempted as we are, yet without sin. Therefore, let us come boldly before the throne of grace, where we might obtain mercy and grace to help in a time of need. To God be the glory for the great things he has done. I pray that you would meditate upon this verse. Remember, you're not alone. Jesus is right there. He stands ready to aid you in the time of trials and the time of temptation. I pray that you have a great day as you go throughout this day, this Monday, at the beginning of the week. And then tune in again tomorrow, yes, as we consider today's verse. Amen.